You think the audio's gonna work this time?
Yeah, you want to check?
I did, but like, I swear if it doesn't work, it's like I just want to quit. Like,
It's a sign.
my career is done.
It's a sign. I also unintentionally wore pink.
Wow.
Worked out this time.
Okay.
Okay.
Hi, I'm Justin,
And I'm Madeline.
and this is Unedited.
And Meandering.
And today we're going to talk about
Letty?
the elections,
The
basically.
elections.
Yeah. And this is actually our second take of this, because the first take did not work because of new sound equipment. So if you can see in the foreground, in the foreground, we have a mic arm, and hopefully same mic though, same mic. Don't like I'm doing ASMR on our. Don't. We have the same mic, but we do have a fancy new arm and a pop filter, which doesn't really do anything right now. But like,
I don't know.
yeah, I guess. But also like it looks fancy. We look legit. So we're on the road to being monetized, and and yeah, and we also don't have the background because my sister borrowed it. Gabby, I hope it was worth it. Okay, so we've been wanting. Well, I've been wanting to talk to you about this for some time because uh, it's pretty significant. Happening next year. What's happening next year, Moon?
Elections.
I'm glad you know.
Oh my god.
All right, so elections are coming up, and the presidential candidates, for the most part, have filed their candidacies or their plan to run for the highest office in the land. And we have some thoughts. I have some thoughts.
Yeah.
Do you have some thoughts?
I tried. I mean, I read like 2 articles in a hurry because I remember that we were doing this, and I didn't want to be as unprepared as I was yesterday. I'm still pretty unprepared.
All right. Well, first off, I guess is this a discussion that people should be having within their families?
Yeah, but also I think it's pretty dangerous if you don't agree with each other.
Uh
Because, like, I know. Should I say this? I know some people.
huh.
I know some people my age that have been, like, sort of scolded.
Mm-hmm.
Like scolded by their family because they're 16, but they're already worrying about the government. Like,
So
what kind of 16-year-old is worrying about the elections and the government and stuff?
right,
It's like, we live here too, you know.
right,
We need to
right.
care about this.
Yeah, I was in EDSA too.
Yeah.
Well, they said I was also in EDSA 1, but like I was a baby. I was in EDSA 2. I was like 16 at the time.
Oh, yeah.
What?
And if that go.
What?
Wala.
Yeah. What do you think is a good way to talk about this in a family?
Is there? I mean,
Right.
if you're not like already like-minded, isn't it like hard to initiate the conversation?
Isn't that true regardless of what the point is or what the topic is?
Yeah. But I don't know, maybe just don't do it over like a nice meal. Just
Right.
in case you're not like-minded, like if you're gonna argue. It's like,
Why do you think like politics
sayang
sets
pagkain.
a lot of people off, no? Na parang like I was gonna say pineapples and pizza, but then people get really violent about pineapples and pizza as well. It's like I don't
Cereal
know.
before milk.
Yeah. Like I don't really like I would do milk before cereal if I already had cereal prior. Like I had like leftover milk.
Depende. Like if I had lesser milk than cereal, I would add milk first para matansya ko. Like, yeah.
Ako hindi. I'll just have crunchy cereal.
Use crunchy cereal. Anyways.
I look at how much cereal I actually want to eat, and if there's not enough milk, well then
Deal with it.
I'll just have crunchy cereal. That's the way things go.
I need proper ratios.
Yeah.
What
I
sets
guess.
people off?
Yeah, about politics. Why is it so volatile? And apologize if you can hear the sirens. If you want to support us
Oh
further
my god.
by
Okay.
providing us like a
Okay.
soundproofing,
I
that would
think
be great.
within families, it usually starts with when the younger generation starts a conversation
Right.
with the older generation, because then like the older generation will think that, what are you talking about? You've lived for like 16 years. Why do you have an opinion about
Right,
this?
right.
And they think that they're all know all.
Yeah. Yeah, that you're like
I hope
I
you're
hope
okay wherever
yeah,
you're
like
going.
hope it's nothing serious. But yeah, but like it's about overstepping your boundaries, I guess, overstepping your limits. I guess that's perception.
Mm.
Um and what's weird is that like there's this idea of rebellion, like
Yeah.
being rebellious and all that.
Don't understand. Wanting better for our country is rebellious.
I guess it's radical, you know. Um, which is weird, no? Like you didn't. I mean, we talk about this all the time, but like you're
I've
not.
never rebelled.
Yeah,
I have nothing to rebel against.
yeah.
I mean, have I rebelled?
I mean, you don't do the dishes on time. Is that?
That's not rebellion. That's just being lazy.
Uh, what? I don't really know. Like
Yeah, I don't.
you don't like art. I guess that's a.
Is that rebellion for you?
Yeah. Gosh, I
I'm
remember.
doing a
I
Z for
really.
my scale. Does that
I
help?
remember that conversation. Like.
I want to be accountant.
No daughter of mine is going to have a day job. What are you? You want to have like a well-adjusted life? You want to have like a 9 to 5 and a reliable pay for? Well, so put your jacket.
Our mic is very close.
Oh, that's true. That's kind of far from me. You want to have all that? Like, no child of mine is gonna be like
Stable?
stable and have a day job. And you're like, I want to be an accountant.
I didn't mean that. It's like the first thing that popped into my head.
Yeah. Um. I guess there's that. There's that perception that it's rebellion.
It's weird.
Yeah. Anyway, let's get on to the topic at hand. I guess about the what.
This is where I will look the most lost.
We've already had this discussion. I guess it's just now we are in front of a camera and hopefully a working mic this time. Uh, what do you think people should, or what are the qualities that would disqualify you from being president? Yeah.
Unapologetic?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, not like unapologetically yourself.
Mm-hmm.
I was like unapologetic straight out. Pervert. Just like a bad person. That's pretty vague.
Right.
Just like immoral. Yung typical na you already admitted to being a sexual offender and yet you still have your platform.
Yeah.
What are you, an influencer?
Yeah. Yeah, that's true. That's true. Iba lang yung context ng platform sa politics, sa platform versus
Yeah, like
influencers. But yeah, parang na-throw off ako doon.
no, kasi there was this influencer that admitted that he was a sexual offender.
Right.
And he still has his platform.
There's like a lot.
There's a lot.
Yeah.
But, yeah. Just
Jeffree Star was it Jeffree Star?
James Charles.
James Charles. Is Jeffree Star okay? I have no idea.
No.
Also not.
Like a lot of beauty gurus aren't.
Is Jeffree Star also like, or is that a different issue?
What?
Yeah, not like a sexual predator.
I don't think so, but he was pretty racist.
Still bad.
Yeah. Yeah.
Sorry. James Charles.
Yeah. Pedo.
Don't trust people with 2 first names.
James Charles?
Ricky Bobby.
Or 2 last names.
What's
Charles
that?
could be a last name.
Ah, yes, James could
James
also. Oh, that's true. That's true.
Yeah. Okay. What are we talking about?
We're just living up to our brand.
President,
Yeah.
not qualified to be a president. Okay.
Uh,
Just overly ambitious. I think that could be good too. Parang,
I guess may difference naman yung may
Really?
pangarap sa overly ambitious, diba?
Yeah.
Like everything naman in excess is not good.
I don't want a leader that's obviously too charismatic. Is Duterte charismatic?
I guess, like to some people, yeah.
Yeah. I want I want someone who listens to people, to the
Yeah,
people.
someone who listens to people, someone who's got good morals.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Walang signs of being a dictator.
no sense of being a dictator.
Yeah.
I haven't read the article, but there's this article apparently like CNN has problems with the word dictator and strongman and that, but like I haven't read it.
What? I guess we.
We should probably read it.
Yeah.
Before I comment further. Just wanted to be topical for my fans out there, like again,
What?
support the channel.
Stop being so cringy.
I embrace the cringe.
No.
When you embrace the cringe, you can like
Become the cringe.
become the cringe. And when you are the cringe, your power is unlimited. She's so embarrassed by me right now. But yeah, those are good qualifiers, definitely. Um, and you've not minced words about who these people are specifically.
Mm.
I don't think like I think the color scheme is pretty revealing of where I stand at least. I don't know. That was accidental for you,
Yeah, this was accidental for me. I just like pink.
right?
Works out well this year.
Have you read anything about Lenny?
Lenny?
Yeah.
I just like I searched sa Google why should you vote for Lenny, and then clicked on the first article which was Rappler, and I think the title was like why the deserving presidency candidate isn't getting enough votes, and basically like the main topic was she isn't willing to play dirty. Parang ganun yung main topic of the article.
Right.
Like merong nakalagay dun na she said she'd rather focus on the pandemic than the 2022 elections.
Right.
And she actually took that seriously. Na hindi niya ginagamit yung service niya to the pandemic as what do you call it? Like propaganda. Like
what, publicity?
Publicity, yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, it's turning out good for her, but she isn't like
Being popular. And that's a weird thing about like elections, I guess. Like it is a popularity contest and it has to be because it has to be the will of the people. However, the way we select who we want to vote for, not the process of voting, but rather who we choose to vote for, I think that's flawed because you do run into this problem of like people not knowing why they're voting for someone just because this person has this last name or this person wears chinelas or what.
What? Is that
Yeah.
relevant? What's that?
Kay Duterte. Ang issue yun na parang si Duterte daw kasi nakachinelas lang or sira yung sapatos, tulog sa ilalim ng kulambo, yung cake is gawa sa kanin. So weird. Like,
What?
just get a cupcake, man. It's cute.
Is he playing like empathy or something?
Yeah, I mean, but like
Sympathy pala?
that's the thing, diba? It's a game. Politics is a game that you gotta learn to play. Unfortunately, it's sort of antithetical to the idea of service. Or not antithetical, pero parang walang connection, di ba? Kung wala kang machinery to run your campaign, to be more popular, kahit na gaano ka kagaling.
Wala rin.
Wala rin, no.
Yeah.
And that's where like volunteers come into play, and that's where they call it grassroots. It's like start from the ground. Grassroots campaigns or movements begin or really have like a lot of impact.
It's a grass. Like what example? Is there?
Yeah, like right now, for specifically yung kay Lenny, yung dapat si Lenny na movement on Facebook kasi mag-social media ka.
I am. It just doesn't appear.
And so, dapat si Lenny is grassroots, I think. Grassroots movement. I'm not.
Is that more prominent on Facebook?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I don't know, like, because I don't really use Twitter that much for those purposes. I think they're also on Instagram. They're on TikTok.
Oh, that's not the.
They're on TikTok.
Don't have. I mean, I don't have TikTok installed.
Yeah.
I mean, I see like Rappler articles sa or like Inquirer sa Twitter. But I don't really click on it.
What do you think would get more young people interested in the elections, given how critical the next, because like especially for you in 6 years, ostensibly, well, depende sa plano mo, pero people like you in 6 years will be off going to work.
Mm.
And the presidency, the person who will run the government and the people who will run the government for the next 6 years
Oh my god.
will be running a government that is, or a country that is recovering from a pandemic.
That just made me very panicked. Like, I know you didn't see me because you were looking there, but when you said 6 years, I was like,
Yeah, in 6 years you're out of here, man.
oh my god. Yeah, 3 years.
Yeah, this is true.
Oh, okay. Oh my god.
But yeah, so what do you think? Like, how do you get more people to care about what's gonna happen or what's happening in the country? You're more young people.
Like, Gen A?
Yeah, alpha. Yeah, sure.
I don't want to say TikTok,
Mm-hmm.
but also I feel like if it wasn't done in a cringy way, it would work. Like, if it wasn't some, like, 40-year-old dude telling youngins about the politics. If it was, like, a relatable 18-year-old discussing it, like,
Would you do it? Oh, sorry, you said not cringy. But like, ooh, where do you think you get it from?
like, yung, diba there's this very random tangent. There was this resurgence of, like, true crime discussions on
Uh-huh.
TikTok. I feel like
While
that
people are
could be-
putting on makeup, is that the thing?
No,
No.
yeah, sure, maybe. Pwede
Okay.
rin. Like, why you should vote for Lenny?
Yeah. Hey, take notes. Like, yeah, like, that's
Maybe
free.
that could work. I would watch that.
Makeup while ano. Parang subliminal messaging siya. Alam mo yan, na parang, yeah, you're there for the makeup. But also while you're watching, may subliminal messaging na ano. Na,
Like, I feel like if it was presented like
what if there's like
fun way.
subliminal messaging in like porno, no?
Like what?
I don't know, like during like a sex scene, there's like a banner that's just running vote for Len. ASMR, oh my gosh, ASMR, 3 hour long na clip ng ASMR. Tapos,
Ganun.
mga last 30 minutes, pag tulog ka na, puro vote for Len.
Wild ideas. Wake up the next morning. Oh. Must register.
Ini-inception, kailangan mo inception. Hindi naman. Options.
Progress unethical.
Pretty sure it's unethical. Pero yeah, like going back, getting people interested, using digital platforms, definitely.
Yeah.
What else?
I don't.
Is digital the only thing that like?
If you're talking Gen Alpha,
What would make you care about something?
fashion. I feel
Something relevant to you, I guess.
Yeah, like
Mm.
I don't know if someone was making like a dress
Mm.
and it's like hot pink and she's doing symbolism about the elections, and then I
Okay.
would get interested.
So it's really about
What's
going
your
down
interest?
to.
What?
I actually know the hex code, the exact hex code for the
Okay.
colors. Yeah. So it boils down to like meeting them at their level, right? Like
Yeah.
the entryway might be what they're interested in,
Yeah.
and then you get them to talk about Lenny, I guess. But it has to be like genuine and not just like, kasi di ba parang napaka-juvenile na yung ginagawa before na magsasayaw sa stage tapos may interest yung mga tao kasi may politician na nagsasayaw. Tapos sino yun?
Oh.
Yeah, but that's basically it. That's pandering.
Wait, what do you mean?
Yung ano, like delivering information
In a fun way?
in a fun, in like, oh, but that's basically what it is. Yung dancing on the stage is fun for a certain group of people.
But the politician doing it?
So you don't think like you don't advise Lenny like
No.
doing her
No.
makeup while talking about her
No.
platform.
No.
What if she does like one of those like it's a Vogue or something where she answers questions?
Paano bang architectural digest?
Hindi yung ano, yung
I know, yung
yung
17
most
questions.
googled questions about
Wired,
wired ba yan?
autofill,
Uh,
autofill.
uh, Between two ferns with Zach Galifianakis kasi Lenny.
I feel like I wouldn't mind autofill with Lenny. I feel like it would be, since people don't like her, I feel like
Mm.
they would Google like shit on her. And
Yeah.
then ayun yung mag-appear sa autofill.
Tapos sasagutin niya yung
Yes,
ano.
sasagutin niya.
Kawawa naman siya, no? Parang
Pero like,
napaka...
maybe I don't know. I was thinking that she was
How
gonna
horrible.
be. I was thinking she was gonna be strong and like just shit on the people.
Huwag naman.
Not shit on it.
I
Like,
think yun yung brand niya, di ba?
okay, never mind. Bad idea.
I feel like legit answering, di ba? Or yung ano, I don't know yung sumasagot sa Twitter. Yung ask Twitter na ano.
Undercover?
Hindi
Parang,
ko yun.
it's actually me. Yung sa Quora? Ay, not Quora. I forgot. Pero it's like,
I just remember Ken Jeong
like,
answering
Tom
like...
Holland goes undercover in Twitter, Instagram,
Parang
Quora,
ganun.
Reddit.
Yeah, I guess. Something like that. Do you think
Yeah.
Alpha would care about that? You think Alpha cares about Lenny? In your discussion with your friends?
I
Although
don't
you're
know any
hardly...
Alpha friends. What are you talking? Like what?
What are you, Ziba?
Yeah.
Okay, sorry. Ano Alpha ka?
Alpha is 2009 and up. I know.
Oh, sige. So
I know.
Z.
2010.
So not Alpha, Z then. Kasi yun yung... Tatanong si sa'yo, sabi mo yung generation mo eh.
I thought you were talking like younger generation.
Your
Like
generation.
beyond me. Because I can't vote. Because like...
Neither can they.
No, I mean like in my adult years, like my 6 years to being an adult, I have no choice of who the president will be. Kasi next year na election.
Hindi, pero ibig sabihin,
17 next year.
I guess, I mean, there's gonna be a senatorial election in 3 years. So, 4 years. Hit us up in the
Oh my
comments.
god, stop.
No, okay, so... Sige, go, sige, let me go back to the question. Z, Gen Z.
Mm.
What would get Gen Z people? Or, first off, I guess, how do you think Gen Z feels about Lenny? And what would get the people who are not, or who are ambivalent, or don't like Lenny to... I don't think it's about getting them to like Lenny. It's about getting them more aware.
Social pressure to research more.
Social pressure.
Feeling ko pag Twitter,
Ah.
ayun, alam mo yung maraming parang showy, ano yun, parang, you're just,
Infographics.
no. You're just retweeting that so you can have
Clout.
the feeling na you're a good person.
Hacktivism. Hindi, activism. May tawag din eh. May tawag din na parang online activism na ano. Parang hashtag vitism. Parang
Basta.
hashtag
Feeling
vitism. You heard it here
Feeling
first.
ko it starts with just the clout, pero as it appears more, I feel like they're gonna care more about it. Or like, you can't just like scroll past everything without absorbing at least a little knowledge.
So something that they're likely to share.
Yeah.
But that's how like fake news gets spread, because fake news is like generates outrage.
I mean, I'm not talking about outrage. It's like,
Inspiration. Inspo. Ganun.
no, I'm thinking like, let's say there's this one person, say 16, my age. Now, a lot of her friends are like very active on talking about these certain topics.
Mhm.
And activist, I guess. Is activist? Explain activism.
It's being, I don't know, participating in society in like more socially aware ways, instead of just being passive in like receiving benefits, or passive in participation. When you're active, you know, you take more of a leading role. You take initiative regarding issues. So, for example, ang pinaka tumatatakas sa utak ng mga tao when you talk about activists is yung pupunta sa kalye, ganyan. Which is one aspect. It's an important aspect of activism, but it's not just that. Activism is participating in your community. Activism is writing a letter to your mayor or your senator or, congressperson. activism is about raising awareness. It's just not being passive to society and government and economy and all of that.
This might be like a bad way to initiate someone's interest
Mm,
on like an issue.
mm,
But let's say this one person has friends. They're very vocal about
mm.
social issues. And then like they're gonna feel bad that they're not as
Uh,
vocal. So it might start off as something to just like pick up on clout or like
yeah.
get their friends to think that they're more vocal about it. Pero ayun nga, like I said, you can't just read a bunch of stuff on your feed and not absorb at least a little info.
I guess. I mean, like, that's, I mean, remove friend and put celebrity. And that kind of, di ba? Parang,
Yeah.
you want approval from the celebrity. Or you're kind of curious why this person that you like likes these things.
Yeah.
You know? So maybe you're just, like, at first reading up on what they're sharing. And then maybe you do want the clout. Maybe you want to be uh, close or you want to be similar to this
Yeah.
person. So you start sharing the same thing. And then as as you read, you absorb.
Yeah.
You should read though. I mean, one should read. Hindi lang, ano kasi, may tendency na, oh, share. Yeah, share.
Yeah.
It's pink, share. Ganun.
I don't think I've ever shared an article without reading it.
Good. I raised you well. I take full credit.
Okay.
Uh, ayun, I guess, uh, people will vote for who they want to vote. And that is the right of every person, right? Um, but hopefully the people that we vote for, we have a reason for why we vote them,
Mm.
and we have a good reason. Uh, and minsan hindi na kasi politics eh. So people keep talking about politics. Now, oh, politics is just a matter of opinion, ganyan, ganyan. And yeah, sure, like there are certainly issues about politics that are matters of opinions. For example, uh, ano bang mas importanteng paggastusan, education or healthcare? Diba?
Mm.
Meron kang competing ideas, and these ideas can compete and are valid. But then, more often than not, yung nagiging narrative kasi sa Philippine politics is, may karapatan ba tong tao na to sa basic human rights or wala? Which isn't an opinion. Like, everyone has the right to justice, to safety, to security, di ba? Yung mahirap eh, na parang, it seems like it's an opinion, and then an opinion is enough. But, it doesn't, it doesn't hold up. It doesn't stand up to, like, scrutiny.
Mm.
Ayun.
Ayun.
Ano lang, naisip ko lang na ano, because you study in Baguio, right? And like,
Mm.
how was that like when, what was the political discourse like in school?
I am pretty like-minded, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
Pero I was sort of worried na may mga apologists because
Mhm.
it's
Yeah, the region.
yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know any of my Baguio friends or like North friends that are apologists,
Mhm.
but I did know one from down here
Really?
that is,
Weird, no?
and I don't talk to the person anymore.
Yeah. What do you think about that? Like, unfriending people because of like political stands.
I feel like if it's severe enough, like being an apologist,
Yeah.
it's totally fine.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I did, and I don't really hesitate about it. If
Mhm.
it's like a serious issue for me and they don't agree,
Mm-hmm.
sometimes I'll try to change their mind, but I just know ultimately that they won't because they've been raised like that.
Mhm.
Like it's their parents' fault. It's also theirs because they're like, what, 13 na? They have the power to research,
Yeah.
but also they've been raised for 13 years.
Parang kasi
I'm
nga,
talking like when I was
Hindi
grade
kasi,
8.
ang naisip ko dyan, we always say you have the power to research, but like, when you take something for granted, you don't really like, when it's such a big part of your life and it's always been true, you don't question it. Like you don't like if the majority of people didn't see birds flying, would people wonder why things fall?
No.
Diba? Parang ganun. I was gonna make another point about I forget. It's a really good point to edit, but like it's not our brand.
What?
It's not our brand to edit. I mean, it's literally in the
Unedited.
yeah.
We are meandering.
And we are meandering definitely. So yeah. Um, last thoughts about the election, about the state of the country.
Just like main thing is do your research.
Do your
Like
research,
in
yeah,
every situation.
and do valid research. Just like
Yeah.
don't go on like TikTok and like
Or like Wikipedia.
yeah. Wikipedia could be like a starting point though.
Yeah, I don't trust Wikipedia.
You can look at the sources.
Yeah.
Wikipedia's getting better.
Mm.
But yeah, nakakatawa na parang when you ask someone why are they voting for this person, parang
Ay,
atake agad yun.
ako ang narinig or like napapansin ko, it's like I'm voting for this person because I don't like the other person.
Right. And not because you think that this other person will do well.
Yeah. So I don't like that person, therefore
Right.
I will oppose them.
Yeah. Makes sense. I mean, not that it makes sense. It makes sense, but I hear you.
Yeah.
Okay.
Bye.
I guess. Are we
Okay.
not saying bye? Bye.
Bye.